Nostradamus predicted an apocalyptic event that could change everything. Among his many prophecies, one of the darkest and most terrifying talks about 3 days of total darkness, a period of chaos, fear, and destruction. But what exactly did he mean by that? Can this prediction really happen? And what are the signs that would indicate that we are approaching this moment? Today, we're going to reveal the most shocking details of this prophecy and what it could mean for our future. Stay until the end, because the revelations you're about to hear could change your view of everything that's happening in the world. Without further ado, let's get started. The frightening prophecy of the 3 days of darkness. What's really going to happen? The prophecy of the 3 days of darkness is one of Nostradamus's most disturbing, evoking images of despair and chaos. According to his quatrains, this catastrophic event will be preceded by celestial signs such as eclipses, planetary alignments, and other astronomical anomalies, marking the beginning of a period of great tribulation. During these 3 days, the light of the sun will be totally obscured, plunging the planet into absolute darkness, with no moon, stars, or any natural source of light. Various traditions speak of terrifying sounds in the sky, like trumpets echoing across the horizon, or mysterious cries coming out of nowhere. Some more dramatic versions of the prophecy mention shadows or unknown creatures taking advantage of the darkness to roam the earth, attacking the unwary. In addition, social chaos would be inevitable. Without electricity, communication, or any way of knowing when the darkness would end, panic would spread rapidly, leading to disorder and total collapse. This vision of darkness and destruction is not only present in Nostradamus's predictions. The Bible, in Revelation 6:12-17, mentions a black sun and a blood moon before the great day of wrath. In Mayan culture, interpretations suggest that a cosmic event could mark the transition of eras, leading to a period of darkness before rebirth. In Catholic prophecies, such as those of Padre Pio, there are reports that, during the 3 days, no one should leave the house or look out of the window, because those who disobeyed could be consumed by darkness. Even indigenous and Oriental cultures talk about a period of extreme purification, in which humanity would undergo a great test before entering a new era. Whether a physical or symbolic event, the prophecy of the 3 days of darkness raises a frightening question. What if this prediction is not just a myth, but a warning about something real that could happen in the future? Do the 3 days of darkness have a scientific explanation? The theories are terrifying. Although the prophecy of the 3 days of darkness is shrouded in mystery and symbolism, some modern theories try to explain how such an event could happen in the real world. One of the most discussed hypotheses is that of a massive solar storm, capable of collapsing the global electrical infrastructure. In 1859, the Carrington event, a solar eruption of gigantic proportions, hit the Earth and burned up telegraph networks, causing sparks and fires. If a similar phenomenon occurred today, we could face a global blackout, with electrical systems, satellites, and communication networks completely destroyed. Another possibility would be a catastrophic volcanic eruption, similar to that of Mount Tambora in 1815, which spewed so much ash into the atmosphere that the following year became known as the year without summer. Now imagine a sequence of eruptions spread around the world, creating a thick fog and blocking out the sun for days or even weeks. Another speculation is that of a military attack with an electromagnetic pulse, EMP, which could disable all modern technology, causing social collapse and a literal and figurative darkness. Which of these theories could be closer to reality? Are we prepared to survive without electricity and technology in a scenario of chaos? Disturbing signs are already happening. Are we nearing the end? Nostradamus not only predicted darkness, but also left a series of signs and warnings for humanity. He emphasized the importance of vigilance and preparation, urging people to stay alert for events that could indicate the approach of the 3 days of darkness. Among these signs, he mentioned astronomical phenomena and climate changes, which could serve as warnings ahead of the great event. But are some of these signs already happening? Phenomena already recorded. Unexplained reddish skies. In various parts of the world, there have been reports of auroras borealis appearing in places where they don't normally appear, as well as reports of skies tinged with reds and oranges with no clear scientific explanation. Increased seismic activity. Many believe that earthquakes and volcanic eruptions are signs that the Earth is warning of an imminent major transformation. Large-scale power outages. In several cities around the world, sudden and unexplained blackouts have occurred, raising speculation that something bigger could be coming. Recent events that could be interpreted as signs: extreme climate change, record heat waves, increasingly violent hurricanes, and rising sea levels indicate a planet out of balance. Could this be one of the signs that Nostradamus foresaw? Growing wars and conflicts. In his prophecies, Nostradamus mentioned that great wars would occur before a catastrophic event that would change humanity forever. Increased collective interest in prophecies. When big changes are coming, many people begin to have forebodings and seek answers in ancient predictions. Is it coincidence or a human instinct to anticipate? Other prophecies that talk about cosmic signs. Some predictions speak of a deafening boom in the sky as the last warning before darkness. Reports of mysterious sounds coming from the sky have been documented in various places around the world. Modern prophets mention possible reality cuts, where people begin to have unexplained dreams and visions about a great coming event. Will the darkness be preceded by a digital collapse? Many predictions talk about a breakdown in technology, with power grids and global systems collapsing before the big event. Nostradamus's message is clear. Ignorance and complacency can lead to ruin. He urges humanity to unite, stay alert, and seek spiritual preparation, because this darkness could be a reflection not just of a physical event, but of our actions and choices. Are we really paying attention to the signs around us? What if the world is already heading towards this moment without us realizing it? Other end times prophecies. Talk about it too. Coincidence or warning? Nostradamus's prophecy of the 3 days of darkness is not the only one that mentions a period of darkness before a great transformation. In the book of Revelation, there are passages that speak of a sun that will turn black and a moon that will not give its light, heralding a time of trial before humanity's spiritual renewal. In indigenous cultures, such as the Hopi tradition, there are legends about a total darkness that would precede the great purification of the earth, where only those who are spiritually prepared will survive the transition to a new cycle. In some Christian and esoteric doctrines, the 3 days of darkness are seen as a final test, separating those who vibrate at a high frequency from those who are still stuck in materialism and negativity. For some sects, this darkness will be the end of an era and the birth of a new humanity, marked by expanded consciousness and connection with higher dimensions. This connection between different traditions suggests that, regardless of belief, many cultures share the idea that chaos precedes transformation. But will this event be literal or just symbolic? And, more importantly, are we prepared for what comes after? Hope or despair? What the prophecy says about who will survive. The prophecy of the 3 days of darkness arouses both terror and hope. Nostradamus mentions that this event could be a period of punishment and purification, but he also speaks of divine protection for those who remain faithful and vigilant. The question remains, what if this prophecy is more than a physical event? What if the prophecy is a warning about something bigger? Could it be that the 3 days represent a spiritual blackout, where humanity will lose its connection with the divine, plunging into chaos? Or could it be a moment of choice, where people will have to decide between light and darkness? Some interpretations say that after the darkness, only the most spiritually prepared will be able to see the new reality. Would this mean rebirth for some and the end for others? Why do some people believe that only the prepared will survive? Many traditions say that those with a high vibration will be spared, while those stuck in fear and materialism will not be able to withstand the transition. The role of faith and personal energy also comes into question. Do our attitudes and thoughts determine who will make it through this event? Some versions of the prophecy say that during the 3 days, the unprepared will lose their sanity, unable to withstand the energetic change and the presence of unknown forces. Are we close to that moment? Many people report prophetic dreams, more frequent déjà vus, and the inexplicable feeling that something big is about to happen. There are reports of shadowy figures appearing around the world, which some believe are harbingers of this transformation. In addition, scientists have warned that we are in a period of maximum solar activity, which could cause major electromagnetic disturbances, affecting technology, energy, and even the Earth's magnetic field. Darkness can be interpreted as a test, a watershed for humanity. It could represent the end of one cycle and the beginning of another, a great separation between those who are ready to evolve and those who are still stuck in the past. Could it be that Nostradamus's prophecy refers not only to the physical world, but also to the awakening of consciousness? In the midst of this apocalyptic scenario, one thing is certain. Darkness can be terrifying, but light always finds a way to shine through. The choice between fear and hope may be the real test humanity will face. How to survive the 3 days of darkness. What you need to know. The prophecy of the 3 days of darkness is not only a warning, but also a call to prepare. Nostradamus and other similar predictions warn that this event could be chaotic and unpredictable, requiring those who wish to survive to follow specific instructions to protect themselves. For many, this period would represent a test, and only those prepared, both physically and spiritually, would make it through without succumbing to fear and despair. The instructions for this event vary according to the different interpretations of the prophecy, but one of the most common guidelines is to stay indoors at all times. Many versions warn not to look outside, as something horrible would be happening beyond the doors and windows. Reports speak of unknown forces roaming the world, taking advantage of the darkness to manifest themselves. In addition, it is essential to stock up on food and water, as some predictions claim that electricity and food supplies could be interrupted indefinitely. Having basic supplies would ensure survival without the need to go out into the unknown. Another important point is the issue of lighting. Some versions warn that only certain light sources will work, such as blessed candles. In mystical texts, it is believed that darkness will carry an evil energy, and only consecrated lights will be able to ward it off. This leads many to believe that this is no ordinary darkness, but something of a spiritual and supernatural nature. Faced with this scenario, various spiritual practices are recommended to ensure protection. Prayers and mantras are often mentioned, as many traditions claim that keeping your vibration high can create a kind of shield against the darkness. There are spiritual accounts that speak of beings that feed on fear, making calm and faith fundamental to getting through this period without being affected by negative energies. Another recommendation is to avoid panic, as some beliefs claim that the energy of despair can attract bad forces, making you vulnerable to strange phenomena during this time. In addition, practices such as meditation and fasting are mentioned in various cultures as ways of preparing for major changes. Moments of introspection and spiritual purification would help in the transition to a new reality, ensuring a stronger connection with the divine during this dark period. Although all this may seem like just a distant theory, there are reports of people who claim to have experienced mysterious events that could be related to this prophecy. Some say they have experienced mini episodes of unexplained darkness, where the night seemed more intense and time seemed distorted. Others report premonitory dreams in which they see entire cities plunged into shadows without any sound of life. In addition, in some regions of the world, sudden and inexplicable blackouts have occurred, accompanied by strange sounds in the sky, phenomena that some believe are warnings of something much greater to come. The prophecy of the 3 days of darkness remains a mystery. But if there's one thing we can learn from these predictions, it's that preparing is never too much. Whether spiritually, emotionally, or physically, those who are attentive will be able to get through this event with greater clarity and security. After all, if what Nostradamus predicted really happens, the only certainty will be the unpredictable. The prophecy of the 3 days of darkness continues to intrigue the world and raise questions about the future. Is it just a symbolism for great changes, or a real warning about an event yet to come? The fact is that Nostradamus left signs and warnings, and it's up to us to interpret them and prepare for any scenario. If this prophecy comes true, will we be ready? Now we want to know what you think. Do you believe that the 3 days of darkness could really happen? Leave us your comment. And if this video made sense to you, like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel for more surprising revelations. See you next time.